Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today I have a couple product reviews for you. I'm actually going to be reviewing a couple products by DTE Systems. They are a German company that manufactures performance parts for all sorts of vehicles. Today's video is going to be about the 2017 Ford Raptor. So the first product, I'm going to make two separate videos. One of them is going to be about the pedal box, and the other one is going to be about this guy right here, which is called the PowerControl. So the PowerControl is the highlight of today's video, and it's called a piggyback tuner. And what it does is, I'll show you their website right here. It plugs into three of the vehicle's sensors on the engine. One being the, I think, camshaft sensor, position sensor, the map sensor, and I think a boost pressure sensor. And what it does is it intercepts the signal going to the engine computer, the ECM, and fools it into thinking that the engine is making lower values, so the engine will react by upping the values for all of them, so more boost, more fuel, things like that. It's good for, it says 50 horsepower, 77 foot-pounds of torque, the 15% less fuel. I'm sure that's possible. I don't know if with my heavy foot we'll be seeing that, but yeah, you can see it retails for around $800, and it's very simple to install. And the nice thing about it is the lack of voiding of the warranty. So it's raining right now, that's why I'm standing in my garage, but I'm going to go out and do some 0 to 60 pulls in the truck before installing this. Then I'll probably do some other maneuvers. I'm trying to think of what else to do, and then I will install the power control unit right here, and then I'll do some tests afterwards and to see the difference. I'm trying to download an app on my phone that'll allow me to do 0 to 60 times, and I'll probably film with the GoPro so you can actually watch my screen as I'm seeing it. But yeah, this is the module we're about to install. Very nicely packaged. Like I said, German company, high quality. They're very popular in Europe. I've seen reviews of them on European vehicles. So they specialize in kind of the turbo vehicles. So Ford is one of their newer products. They make stuff for the F-150s and for other EcoBoost engines. This is the module right here. Very high quality. It's waterproof. It feels pretty solid. And then let's lift up the box right here. Looks like they gave us some zip ties, probably for routing the wires. And then here's the wiring harness right here. And it looks like it has all of the sensor plugins. See, they're all labeled very nicely. So number 1, I'm assuming, yeah, number 2, there's a number 3 right there, and there's a number 2 somewhere, yeah, in purple down here. So that's very nice. They're easily labeled, clearly marked. They also gave us this little plug-in guy right here. It looks like it fits in here. I'm not sure what it does. Maybe it's just a plug or something. I'll have to read the instructions. And then finally, here are the instructions. So let me do some pulls first. I'll snap right to that, and then we'll walk through the install, followed by the after results. Thanks for watching. All right, we're doing the baseline testing. So this is before installing the product from DTE Systems, the PowerControl. I have the truck in sport mode, as you can see, and we're going to put it in 4 auto because it's a little wet out. The road is pretty wet. It just rained recently. And we have a 0 to 60 timer right here on the app. Let me focus on that. So we're going to reset it as soon as we get out on the road here, and we're going to brake boost a little bit and do a 0 to 60 time. So here we go. All right, we've reset the clock. Oh, I have a car behind me. Let me move. All right, and we have reset the clock again. And I'm going to film my dashboard right here. So we're going to do a little bit of boost launching. And here we go. That's 60. So what did we get? 0 to 60, it looks like in 6.3. We did a test shot a second ago and it did a 5.8. So we're going to turn around and do one more to confirm that. All right, and here's our confirmatory test. And there's 60. Okay, so So that one did it in 5.9. It's hard to see the screen, but 5.9 is what we got for that run. So if we average those, we're right around 6 seconds. So we'll go back home now and put on the PowerControl RX and see what it does. All right, so we are back at the shop, and the instructions say to remove the engine cover, so we're going to do that first. There's a couple 10mm nuts right there that need to be taken off, and then we're going to just be plugging in different sensors into the wiring harness. So we're going to pull off the engine cover and we'll be right back. All right, so we have the valve cover off now, or sorry, not the valve cover, the engine cover, and the three sensors we're going to be plugging into are that one right there, which is the intake manifold pressure sensor. Then down here, under this intake pipe, if I move the camera down here, you can see this sensor right here. That's the boost pressure sensor. And then the third one is back there in the corner, and it's for the camshaft sensor, camshaft position sensor. So we're gonna plug those in real quick and snap right back. Okay, so just got done installing the three sensors. One of them you can see right there. This is the sensor that we plugged, and then that's the other end of it. It's like a little Y harness. And then the second one is right back here. So there's actually two cam sensors, because this is a dual overhead cam engine. This is the outboard one, and there's an inboard one as well. So exhaust is on the outside, and that's the one that we plugged into. And then the third sensor is right up here, like I showed. So we have all three of those plugged in, two pressure sensors, and one is the timing, or the position sensor. And then I just have the box sitting right here right now, but I'm gonna zip tie it up nicely and take it for a spin. So we tried using the Bluetooth app, but we're unsuccessful with getting it to connect. We'll go over that in a second. All right, so we have the DTE Systems PowerControl RX installed right now. It's in sport mode, which is the most aggressive, and we're about to do a launch, 0 to 60. All right, that was one way, and it looks like it gave us a 5.7. Good. So that's 0.1 seconds faster than our fastest one last time, and we're now turning around to go the opposite direction to even things out. So can you reset that? And here we go. It didn't stop. We had a glitch with our app. So we're gonna turn around and do that one more time. All right, we turned around and we're about to try again. We're having some issues with the GPS not working right. Might be cloudy. Yeah, it keeps blowing right by the speed, but it's reading low fives when it's passing 60. So we'll have to try again on a better day, I think, where there's less clouds. I don't know. But it definitely feels a lot more powerful. We are in all-wheel drive, so I'll probably try a launch up here in two-wheel drive, and we'll see if that makes a difference, how bad it spins out. I'm going to go ahead and shift into 2 high now. And we have a Ford Lightning right here. Let's go out in front of him. And let's see if watt step. The truck does move pretty well. Yeah, it seems like it definitely added some power. We'll have to get back with better results, but we'll try doing this in another day and adding to this video. All right, so this is a couple days after the last part of the video where I was doing 0 to 60 pulls. I'm with a convoy heading to the Silver Lake Sand Dunes in Michigan, and I wanted to give my driving impressions with the DTE Systems PowerControl RX on here. I still have the truck in sport mode, or not the truck, but the DTE PowerControl in sport mode, and it's hard to measure, you know, in a 0 to 60 time. The truck is already pretty quick as is. I wasn't having a lot of luck trying to replicate 0 to 60 times with the app I was using, but drivability wise, I can definitely tell a difference in the mid RPM range, right around 2500 RPM and above. The truck does have significantly more torque, and I'll have to go back and look at the dyno plots to see what the difference is in the mid RPM range, but it does feel like it pulls harder. Down low, you can't really tell a difference. The turbos don't spool up very well down there, so there's not a lot of boost pressure in the first place, but definitely in the mid-range, you know, this 3,000 to 5,000 RPM range. So for example, if I lock it in gear, like right now I'm in manual mode and I put it in like 8th gear and it gets right into that range I want to be at, and I full throttle it, I'm going uphill right now, and it does pull significantly harder than it used to. It used to struggle, especially going at highway speeds, 80, 85, 90, even, you know, 70, it kind of does struggle a little bit, but it is a lot, sorry about the radio, but it is a lot better drivability wise in the middle of the RPM range. Sorry about that radio. But we're heading to the dunes, like I said, so I'm actually going to take some footage of in my impressions at the dunes as well, where we're in kind of high RPM conditions, running up and down in the sand, and there's obviously a lot of load on the wheels. In the sand, it does rob a lot of horsepower, so I want to see how much faster it is than a normal Raptor. We'll probably do some drag races out there. We have a few Raptors in our convoy, so stay tuned. Give me a second. So I just got done with the sand dunes. I'm going to put up some footage here in a second, but drivability was, I couldn't tell a huge difference out in the dunes just because of how soft everything is. You're always spinning, but we did a little test. There's another Raptor in our group that's identical to mine. It's a super cab. It's even the same color. And we went to the drag race area and did multiple drag races. His truck is completely stock, and mine has the PowerControl RX system on it from DTE, and it was set to sport mode still by default. So I'm going to post those clips up right now, so check them out. My truck is the one with the green graphics on the side, and I had the yellow pillar pod lights running too. So I'm going to put those videos up right now and enjoy. All right, son.